Hey everybody, this is Dream, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Teratopia. Teratopia is developed by Ravengen and published by East Soft. This game released today on Xbox for $11.99. It's on sale this week. Regular price is $14.99. So this game is an action-adventure game where you start with these avatars. You start the game with this blue avatar named Tuccio, and he has minions that you can drop on the ground when you defeat enemies. They will pop minions out of their system. I'll show you that here in just a minute. I'm going to show you this the Teratopia here first. So basically in this game, as you progress and you do things, you also get points, and when you release enough minions, then you unlock more things, which give you these points that give you costumes, that give you bonuses and things. So how the game actually works is that when you play it, you do progress based on, well, you get upgrades to your character based on your level. So as you beat up enemies, you get more levels, and you get more things that unlock. Um, so this blue guy is who you start with. So basically, once you start it up, you're basically gonna come in and you're gonna be attacking individual little enemies that are on the ground. There are all sorts of different types of enemies. In these early stages, there are these red enemies that they shoot at you and then hit you from short distance. It kind of reminds me of Plants vs Zombies a little bit, the way that the enemies work, and so I found it to be pretty silly. It's almost like if you took Plants vs Zombies and made it into a dungeon crawler type of game. This is what you would get, um, and that's actually kind of cool to me. I'm a fan of both those types of games, and so this game is kind of fun in that perspective. As you can see, I actually just picked up a couple minions, so I can drop them on the ground, and they're going to help fight for me. And as you progress, you're going to pick up more minions and more pickups and power-ups. Once I rank up here, you should see me get another power-up. What I just did there was a thing that makes this freezes all the enemies. There are random chests in the levels. As you beat each boss, you get more chests that show up. As you can see, I just got a level up. I got a power slot, which increases your power, and that's kind of cool. Let's see what this does. Oh, look at that. That's freaking neat. Okay, so, yeah, so, like, as you level up, you get more power-ups, and then you get more things that give you bonuses, and, like, more health, or more minion capacity, and stuff of that nature. There's just a lot of different little things that you can unlock as you progress through the game. All the enemies are different in each area, so there's definitely a lot of difference from area to area. And every time you come back, there's new enemies and more enemies after you complete some of the bosses. Like so basically, for example, some of these enemies they weren't here. Like the first time I came through this area, but there's more here now because I've unlocked some of them since I beat several of the bosses already. So I think that's pretty cool. The game is actually interested in you going back into the game in order to find more stuff. You also have jumping abilities and things of that nature, which I don't really use a lot yet, but you probably will as you progress through the game. Just guessing based on the type of game, the way the game plays here. As you can see, I have too many minions, but I can just throw them out here, and they are going to take care of enemies on the screen for me. They'll follow you. They're a little slow, but they do follow you around with this character. And then just keep beating up enemies. These little eyeballs that you pick up, you can utilize those as well in order to stay alive. But if you do die, you will have to lose some of those. Here's a chest. You just hold Y on these to unlock them, and then they pop out a bunch of stuff like minions and health and things of that nature. And then I'll kind of show you this little shop that's over here as well. So there's a little shop here that is that you can spend the points from the Teratopia that's going to give you different items that you can unlock. So you can unlock these different suits that are going to give you different bonuses. Like I bought the Robo Chucho, which has given me more damage. I think that one's very useful. As for the game, I'm going to give the game a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's a fun little game. As far as games that come from East Asia Soft, this is definitely one of the more fun games that they put out. And so I definitely like this one. I think the price probably is a little high. I think about $10 would have been a perfect price point for this game. But, you know, it could be. You know, games like this tend to be in the $10 to $15 range. So being that it's on sale this week for $11.99 is not a bad deal overall. As for the achievements in the game, it's not the fastest 1,000, but it's also something you'll be able to do over time. It's probably a 10 to 15 to 20 hour achievement list, depending on how good you can get, how quickly you can level up and things of that nature. But everything in the game is very doable. I'm 4 levels in, and I've unlocked a pretty decent amount of achievements so far. So I don't think there's anything in here that are too very difficult. It's just kind of a time crunch. Like you're just gonna be going forward, beating up enemies, going back and doing killing other enemies and things of that nature. So overall, like I said, the game I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10, and it's just a fun little game. It's definitely not what I expected it to be, but I've been pleasantly surprised by it. So I think most people will probably enjoy it if you're into dungeon crawlers, or you're into like games like Plants vs Zombies, or if you're into just regular action adventure games. It's not too like, I mean, it has a kid-friendly aspect to the game as well, and I think most kids would be able to pick it up and play it as well. It's not too difficult. I mean, it is difficult, but it's not too difficult from that perspective. It's just a silly little fun game. Like, that's pretty much all. I think a lot of people will like it, so I definitely recommend it. That's pretty much all I have to say about this. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have a nice day, everybody.